Hey there, everyone. This is Yui. Welcome to episode 21 of FTB University. Today, we're going to dive into at least the start of environmental tech. And while waiting on that to generate resources, I want to throw together a couple Endergenic generators from RF Tools. So let's get to it. Okay, between episodes, not much at all. I've been playing around with screens trying to get them to read my power levels because they are dropping, and I just wanted to keep an eye on it out there. It's not been working. You can grab a screen controller, and one of those guys. This is the Power Plus, the Energy Plus, so it shouldn't have a range limit. You cannot click on any of those sides, so you have to get an induction port. And if you throw down the screen, get a screen controller, scan, throw this guy in here. So the block is found, but that is not correct. So it's useless. I've been playing around with trying to get that to work. It doesn't, so forget it. Power is draining, and pretty rapidly. So about 40 million, it's going down. And then it'll pause at night, and then it'll kick right back up during the day and catch back up. So it's going down. So I want to get into some Endergenic generators and some of the solar panels from environmental tech. That's here, Endergenic and environmental tech here. So this is going to be pretty boring. So we're just going to start at the beginning. And I'm probably not going, it's going to be similar to Woot, I think, where I'm just going to start the basic one and then I'll just upgrade it off camera. Because it's going to be the same process over and over and over until you get to the final tier. It's just a matter of getting the resources. But to start out, I've not played with the 1.16 version. I have played with the previous versions. It looks like the changes are they have all the void miners merged together. And it looks like they got rid of the personal beacon thing that used to exist. Which, to be fair, it was super overpowered, but I loved it anyways. So we're going to start off. I've already created a ton of recipes for pretty much everything except the interconnects because those require a machine that I don't have yet. But all the basic crafting stuff that you can do, it's in here. I just can't craft it. So, don't know how useful, but it's there. So we're by number of items. Oh, I guess I don't have one left. All right, I know we're going to need that. I know we're going to need the assembler. And let's grab a quantum entangloporter. And we're going to try this out. For now, I'm just going to leave this here. I'm going to move it. You need to export. And I keep doing that. Every time I break a thing, I lose a light downstairs. Whatever. I don't care right now. Programmer, do you need power? Yes, you do. Like I said, these aren't going to stay here. They're just here for experimenting purposes and getting started. Well, we got both of those. Let's get the litherite crystals. Crafting these, there's various ways. Each one requires 1 emerald. And then you can increase the number of quartz and pearls. So I just told the computer this is the recipe to use, so it crafts 8 at a time. Where did I just put that? Okay. I just threw my weapon in the crafting grid. Okay, you can have that because we're going to need a ton of those. Okay. Multi-miners, so resources, oh. Okay, we're definitely going to need gems, I believe. Well, let's see how this works. Put you in here. We're going to say ores. No. Multi. Oh, can we not? Crystals. Okay. It doesn't tell you a whole lot. Are these the gemstones? No, they say crystal specifically. So let's just try crystal miner, because that's what we need to progress. Assembler. Okay, let's grab. Wait, there should be a quest. I already got it. Good. Okay, I gotta make all this junk. The problem is don't know how to make these yet. Don't know how to make that yet. And that stuff's fine. So let's see how nicely this machine is to automate. Interface. Just going to automate it here. And we're going to say processing. No. It says no. I'm worried then. 4 of those plus obsidian plate. Okay, if I shift click in, okay, shift click is good, which means there's hope. You make that. Let's get a cable. Nope, 2 cables. I lied. Okay, cable connects. That's a good sign. Okay, can you do it? No. Oh, here we go. Configure input output. What? Okay, you go to the front. All the way from the left. Oh, maybe? Cancel. Oh, dang it. Well, let me play around with it for a little bit. So it's not pretty, but you can put the interface onto some sort of inventory and then just pipe out from the inventory in there. And then I just have it piping back into the interface to go back into the system. So I need to make up some more recipes for the assembler, mainly input, output, and item output. It should be pretty good. So the machine's not terribly dumb. I told it to make one of these interconnects, which is just 2 items, and immediately told it to make this. So this was sitting in the chest. I have this set to block, so it won't push items if there's items in here already. So it's smart like that. And it will not try to throw the redstone dust into slots here when it's not valid for that recipe. So it only seems to accept valid recipes, which is great. Like, I can't put this in here because it's not a valid recipe. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and make up the rest of these patterns that I need. And then I'm going to craft up all of these ingredients and these ones. And I don't think I need this modifiers. I don't think I need right now. I'm going to skip the lightning rod for now. Yeah, I'm going to skip the lightning rod for now and go with the solar panel for now. So let me get the ingredients for at least a tier 1 solar panel and void miner and finish automating these recipes, and I'll be back. Okay, I've got everything for the void miner and for the solar panel. Now the quest says that the void miner can face any direction. I don't particularly know what the multi-block looks like, but I think having it face the sky will be better. I think it builds under it. Quote unquote under it. So in this case, probably above it. I'm just going to toggle that on for a second. Let's go to the map real quick. And we're going to use this chunk here. It looks is loaded. Perfect. So we'll just go right in the middle. And I don't know, just put it right there. We'll find out. There. So now the bottom is facing up to the sky. So it should be okay. And they say we could build it. It's here. Oh. Hello. Forward direction up, up direction. Does it even matter? That'll work for me. We'll go with up direction south towards the base. Build. What? Oh, okay. It didn't like having the visual there. Or you... Oh, no, that's a ghost block. Oh, do I have to fill those in for you? And why are there holes here? Are there supposed to be? I have no idea. Well, it said we could replace them with structure. So let's replace a couple of those. One of these will be input for power, and the other will be output for items. Oh, the modules. There you go. Hey, look at that. I think it's working. Let's give it power. Toggle U to set out. Power on. Why do you say nothing? Oh no, it's good. And then I guess all we need to do is get... Do I have another one? chest. We'll drop you there. Okay. Oh, you need the memory card. There's no way that thing is using more power than I'm generating or able to put out. I mean, granted, my power is not looking good right now, but duration 1000. What's that? Let's grab this. Let's grab a barrel. Get rid of this, so just so we can see it. Okay, first, do you auto export? You do. Oh, this is a limitation of this guy. So one thing to know, when you set up, if you do the same thing, when you set up recipes for the input and output, it takes the exact same ingredients. So the only difference is when you create the recipe, if you list the redstone block before the interconnect, so I'm using this recipe here. If you list the redstone block before the interconnect, you get input. If you do it the other way around and list the interconnect before the redstone, you get the output block. And this is our problem. This thing can only take 8,000. Nope, that's the wrong one. Can only take 1,000. Okay, so there's some merit to having multiple of these at the beginning. But since I am generating, this is for tier 2, I believe. Or is that tier 3? What is this? Nothing. Oh, this will help me with the frequency upgrades, though. And we can... Nope. I think we can also upgrade using this. Okay, well, we need a rhodium. Basically, this needs to run for quite a while. So what I'm going to do is probably... Oh, I guess I might make another input just to make it run faster. Because the tick cost is slightly more than the input. So I'm going to do that. Before I do that, though, let's just quickly set this guy up and see what it looks like. This should build upward, if I'm not mistaken. Let's do a quick preview. Yep, okay. Pretty simple. Break and build. And then... Sure. Output. What? That was weird. I need more. Or are these for, does this work? It doesn't help that it's nighttime. Let's change that real quick. Okay, are you generating power? No. Well, let me play around with it to get this one working. Well, it's working. It just didn't finish building it. The modifiers go on the corners, and you actually need at least 3 other structure blocks. I just put on more outputs. It doesn't need it because this only generates like 300 FE a tick, which is not a whole lot. So we'll just put that there and let it go into power storage until we can upgrade it. I did add in the second input. It's such a waste of cables, but it's now gaining energy, so it's running at full speed. Which means I could just pull these out, break this, swap it out for the ender chest, and let all of this stuff go into storage. All right. I have no idea what this is for. I guess this is to change the beam color. Oh, you can paint it. That's weird, but okay. That's so weird with those little corners. Or is it because of the way I'm facing? Whatever. That's funny. I like that. Does it work for other things? No. Okay. Well, anyways, so that's the general concept. I'm going to off-camera upgrade them slowly because I need a lot of resources to do it. One other thing to note is auto crafting for the input and output. It's jacked up. I don't know what it is right now. I always seem to craft inputs instead of outputs, even playing with it. So what I'm going to do now, since I really need power, is I'm going to go set up an Endergenic generator using RF tools, using this here. So I'm going to set that up off camera so I can figure it out. And then we'll come back and set up another one together just so you can see how it works. So I'll be back in a little while. All right, so let's do this. It's actually not that bad, and this is by no means necessarily the best setup, but it's the one in the book. I set it up. It's generating roughly, 2,500. Let's say 2,500 RF a tick per generator, I believe. So it's not bad. And I have so many ender pearls, it's a good use. But let's set this up. So you're going to need not this stuff. So you're going to need a timer, 6 sequencers, either 20 red alloy wire or 23 redstone dust. The example uses redstone dust. I am using red alloy wire in order to compact it 1 square. That way I can fit 2 side by side. Otherwise, this goes 8 across. And that's too much, because then if I put this one here, so the redstone wire would go here, and the other one would be here, so it would connect, and they would interfere with each other. So that's why I'm going with the wire instead of the dust. So then you need 5 monitors, 4 Endergenics, and 1 injector. So let's set this up. You're going to set it up starting in the back corner, so leave a space for the dust, and then it's just 2 blocks apart each. making a little square. Okay, your injector is going to go into one of them. Out of each of them, we're going to pull the monitor. The monitor is going to feed into a sequencer. And then these two guys here will have an extra sequencer. Nope. Facing that way. So it should be running in a circuit, going in a big circle. Your timer is going to go here. And then the alloy is going to just... So, for whatever reason, magnesium hides the alloy. So that's why I swapped the ground to bricks. The bricks are where the wire is going for me. I just got to find where I finished. Okay, so the only difference is if you're doing dust, this is all the same. Yeah, right? I'm pretty sure that's all the same. The only difference is this has to come out one, and when it goes up, you just come back this way. Otherwise, the line will run here and won't connect to the Endergenics. That's why I'm just using the wire, just so I can compact it. And that's everything. So then we just need a way to get the power out. I'm going to use cables. And then transfer it over here. Okay, so setup is done. Now we need to configure it. So we're going to start with the monitors. All of these are going to be swapped over to Pearl fired. So it's going to emit a signal when it fires a Pearl. Maybe I should have done the wires after, but too late, they're in place. So all 5 of those Pearl fired. The 4 inner sequencers are going to ticks 3 and 5 and once 2. So 3, 5, once 2. Don't change anything else. So 3, 5, once 2. 3, 5, once 2. 3, 5, once 2. And that's all of them. These 2 outer ones are going 1, 3, once 2. 1, 3, once 2. And then lastly, we need to just regular right click and then right click the next one, going in a clockwise direction. And it should tell you they're 2 ticks apart. If by chance they're not, you're going to have to modify the sequencers, I believe. Timer gets set to 30 ticks. And it should be done. So now all it needs is an input. I have my Ender Pearl chest, which I've been using to feed the Woot farm. So I already have it set up. And we can just transfer that out. And let it go. So it'll fill this up with Ender Pearls and it'll keep it going. Now, keep them separated. You could, in theory, connect the redstone line and get rid of this timer here and this injector here. The problem is these are very RNG based. So sometimes it'll launch 8 pearls, sometimes it'll launch 9, sometimes it'll launch 2. So it's more of a law of averages generator than a specific, very constant one. So it's not constant at all. See, like that was 6, now it's back to 9. And it'll just keep changing. So the pearl will break randomly. So you see this one did well, 4,000 arithmetic, and then it dropped down to 1,500. But there you have it. So that's how you set up the Endergenic generator that's in the quest book. I didn't set up any other ones, but there you have it. So I'll probably set up a few more of these just in case, because I'm pretty sure that's not helping the power. Not all that much. Oh, man. What I also set up to help out a little bit is this mess here. This is in the quest book, actually, right here. So it's a blazing agitator, blazing generator, and a blazing infuser. And this gets a little tricky. I'll just show it off while we're here. Let's disconnect this, disconnect this. They're not really close to finishing. But what you would do is you have your blazing agitator. You fill it with rods. The quest book recommends locking the 4 center ones on the outside. That way you have 5 rods that get made, sent out, and moved along. What I recommend is the first few times you do this, when a rod goes into the output, so this one's about done, it has stats on it. How much power it generates, how much duration it has. Those stats are determined by its adjacent rods. So when you first start out, you're only going to get about, I think it's like 70 or 60 power and like 600 or 700 duration. But what you can do is, say, take the lowest one right here, swap it out for the 4 that stay, and just let it keep going. And very slowly over time, you're going to get better and better rods coming out of this. So that gets fed into a blazing infuser, which, if you look here, tells you right here the things you can feed it. I have a butt ton of redstone dust, so I'm adding that. That strictly increases the power generation. It does not increase the time. And I am okay with that, because I have a good supply of blaze rods and I have a good supply of redstone, so it's basically free power. And then after it finishes infusing it to 100%, if you hold shift, it'll count up. It'll pipe it out and send it into the generator. The generator can run 4 at a time, and it'll tell you how long each one has left. So that's the basics of it. And by time it's here, it's 150. So this is only generating about 600 RF a tick, 666, and then now it's dropped down to 500. But it's RF, so I'm not complaining, and it's something different. But anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.